The last thing I expected was another Pokemon Sun and Moon video from the Pokemon Company, but don't worry guys, the Japanese Pokemon YouTube channel has us because they went and uploaded 4 new Pokemon videos yesterday, so there's gonna be a lot of new Pokemon Sun and Moon gameplay and just stuff to break down, and I'm super excited for that. Now, going through these videos, I haven't watched all of them in full. I kind of went through this longer trailer because it's more just a recap of some of the things going on that does have some new information and also new gameplay, so that's super awesome right there. Then we can go check out these other videos like a rendered Alolan Vulpix running down a mountain. That's going to be pretty cool. Maybe this is just like a live action-ish or at least like a CGI trailer. And then we also have some other trailers to talk about. So fun stuff with Pokemon Sun and Moon. But first, I wanted to go back to this one right here, the Train On trailer. So this is like the live action one with the kid that comes from Japan to Hawaii. And this picture, so many people have been sending me because I haven't talked about it for like the last couple days. And it's Lillie talking to us saying, come on, let's show the world what we can really do. But Gladion is in the picture, and it doesn't seem like he's across from us. It seems like he's a part of this group conversation going on, and not necessarily like, hey, let's show the world what we can do by beating up on Gladion. No, it seems like he has taken our side, or is at least with us in a non-antagonizing way for this moment, and it seems very deep into the storyline. Like, let's show the world what we can do, because Ultra Beasts are threatening to take over the world. Bad things are happening to the world right now, so we gotta go and change it around. That's a nice little screen to just kind of throw into this video out of nowhere, but a lot of people picked up on it. And this goes into so many other different theories and stuff right now, because there is the theory that Gladion, Lusamine, and then Lillie, that they're all related because they look the exact same almost. You know, they got blonde hair, green eyes, and they seem like they would be siblings, which wouldn't be like the craziest thing. But it also shows that Gladion's intentions are different from everyone else's. Like, he fights for his own power. He's kind of like that kid on the playground that's like, hey, I got the best Pokemon team ever. You can't beat me. More or less than, like, actually wanting to steal Pokemon and do bad things for Team Skull. But then he also doesn't seem interested in the Aether Foundation while owning the mysterious type Null. So that's some stuff to think about right there. Like, why are Lillie and Gladion kind of on the same side right now? This story is going to get pretty crazy. Is the Aether Foundation evil? Who even knows? But now we can also go through the gameplay, and with this battle that they were showing for like getting stronger and training and then knocking out the opponents and stuff, you get to see something really interesting when it comes to Type Null and Silvally, because when it comes to Silvally, it's genderless, and that might be a really interesting thing to a lot of people because Type Null is such a fascinating, crazy, weird Pokemon right now, and then the evolution to Silvally just takes it to the next level, but it doesn't have a gender, so that means, like, breeding aspects of it are going to be a little different, that it's not going to have any egg moves. What we get is what we get with Type Null and Silvally, so that's going to be something immediately off the bat that's kind of crazy about it. Now, it's not going to be like affected by attract and kind of gender affecting moves as well, but at the same time, what does that mean for like wild Silvally and well, probably not wild Silvally, but at least wild type Null? That is it going to be a special Pokemon that we get as a part of the storyline? Are these Pokemon actually going to be encounterable in the wild? Because it's still possible to find gender unknown Pokemon in the wild, like Bronzor, Bronzong, Clink, Clang, you know, all of these Pokemon, Cragganol, Golett. So it's not like that immediately kills this Pokemon being found in the wild, but it does add that extra layer of like, what's going on with this guy right now? Because when you think of a synthetic Pokemon, you think like Porygon, Porygon 2, something like that. Makes sense that it doesn't have a gender, but Type Null's in that same boat, that it is a synthetically created Pokemon, and even though it looks like an actual beast in some kind of way, you know, it has dog-like hind legs, and also even all the pieces and parts kind of create something that resembles some kind of like Pokemon or creature, it's still a genderless Pokemon in the end. So that just goes more back into Type Null's creation and lore, which is something pretty interesting to talk about. Now I want to go into the new Pokemon video, so the one about the 7 themes. I've kind of watched the video up until now, and it's not like super exciting or crazy, and it's like, oh, here's our starters, here's the Alola region. Actually, it does show us some really nice gameplay, like more through that flower field, more into the Aether Foundation, and then at the beginning of this part right here, just like different scene, panoramic views kind of stuff. That's really nice. Like, that looks pretty cool. I can't wait to just play this game. That's really how I feel about the gameplay. The more I see of the gameplay right now, the more hype I get for the game, but then it talks about the starter Pokemon, and then just talks about all of the other Pokemon that we've seen so far. So, oh yeah, there's Rockruff, and then that's going to be a Mimikyu, and then it just kind of keeps flashing along until we see all kinds of different Pokemon into Alolan Pokemon as well. We have the Alolan Raichu facing off against the Alolan Meowth. Then we talk about moves for a bit. And then things start getting pretty cool because we get to see Z moves, and we get to see a brand new Z move. So that's like the Z move for like Dark Surge Surfer, Stoked Surge Surfer, Sparks. I don't know what the Alolan Raichu one is called, but here we go. The Psychic Z move is freaking intense. So we have the Psychic forms of Oricorio right here, and I'm going to go and slow this one down because it's really cool. That we've already seen like Pokemon generations that Psychic is powerful. It's always been like this unstoppable force. So you get bounced around to like an alternate dimension, and then you get slammed through like your own mind, and then you just twirl off into the abyss while taking damage. I think that that is a pretty crazy thing. But then we also get into some of the other new features, you know, like the Pokefinder, what the Rotom Dex is capable of, and this is a big one. So, as we see, we can look up where Pokemon locations are, and here's something I speculated from the beginning. That when I first saw this picture, I got very excited, because it seems like Pokemon aren't just going to be discoverable by route, they're going to be discoverable by individual patches of grass. And I don't think we can see that too much in the Pokemon Sun and Moon demo, but there's the idea right there that we can see Pikachu's here, but Pikachu isn't in this grass patch or this one. Like, it's missing in certain things, even though it's in relatively the same area. And also, I think it's really cool that we have, like, all of these grass areas in town and stuff, but it shows, like, alright, Pikachu can be found all the way throughout town, but maybe there's gonna be, like, really exclusive Pokemon that you have to actually go into the Pokedex, find out where the location is, just in, like, one specific patch of grass, or maybe it also has very low catch rates in certain areas, but higher catch rates in others, and it's going to kind of break down like that. So that's actually one of the biggest things that I wanted confirmation on that might actually snowball into the game. Unfortunately, there wasn't like enough new Pokemon in the Pokemon Sun and Moon demo to really figure this one out, but I really like this idea. I really like this feature because it makes the game much more dynamic, that the Pokemon that you encounter are going to change throughout the route and not just from route to route. Or maybe, I think we got a little bit of that in Pokemon X and Y, because like if you were in blue flowers or yellow flowers or red flowers, you know, you could encounter either different Pokemon or different catch rates, but this takes it to the next level, and that is super exciting. And I also think it helps with the diversity of the Alola region, because when you think about it, we don't really have a lot of space. We have 4 islands, and after playing through the demo, they're going to have to fit like 400 or 500 Pokemon in the Alola Dex throughout that, so this is a really amazing way of doing it, in my opinion. Also, I wanted to go back, because I know people are going to, like, see the Eevee part right here and be like, yo, what about new Evolutions? I'm pretty sure that is dead. Even after seeing the Evolution Z move, we got to see all the Eevees right there charging up Eevee and then giving it crazy stats. I think that we got Extreme Evo Boost instead of a new Eevee or two, because it's like, hey, we still care about this Pokemon, we still want to expand upon it in some way, but not a predictable way of introducing an evolution. Then we see right here on the Pokedex, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then my guess is like, alright, Leafeon's going to be number 129 in the Pokedex, and then 131 is going to be Sylveon, so that's pretty much capped right there. And I even remember that some people, when they saw this original picture, because I believe in one of the trailers or gameplay demos, Eevee was caught, and then you get to see like the 8 empty evolution spaces. But you're like, no, there's still going to be a new evolution. After seeing Extreme Evo Boost, people are like, no, there's still going to be a new evolution. I'm pretty sure this is the nail in the coffin of any new evolutions, especially if you haven't seen like the Pokemon Sun and Moon data mine. I think that that absolutely sealed it as well. And then just kind of going into some of the other things. Now, I didn't watch number 7, but I'm guessing this is like island challenges, rivals, kahunas, stuff like that. So kahuna battle with Hala, the new girl right here, I don't remember her name, but we also got to see these battle intros recently, which was pretty cool. And then all of the trials, so just kind of talking about, there's the totem Pokemon, and more totem Pokemon, and more craziness. So the game is looking pretty cool. Now let's go and check out these other trailers really quick. We had like 3 of these short little things, and is this like commercial trailer or something? I don't know, it's still like a cool looking game. So hairstyles, customization, oh, this is like Alolan style, staying pretty in Alola kind of stuff. We get to see more Pokeride Pokemon. I'm like super excited for all the Pokeride, Pokefinder. I keep calling it Pokevision because that's what it sounds like. And yeah, we got to see, oh, actually that looked new right there. That looked just a little new. Yeah, our main character hanging out with Lillie and Cosmog as things are going down. So just kind of showing the importance of Lillie, what's in Lillie's bag, what's going on with the story right there. Because Cosmog, it seems out and about quite a lot, and then it gets into trouble, which isn't a good thing. And now we have another trailer. Ooh, that's a different way of starting. It's like, it's kind of like the immersion into the Pokemon world. So this is the live action trailer. You get to see Dragonite floating around, the heights. Oh, it's so adorable. It seems like a mix between Pokemon Go and then like Pokemon Sun and Moon, but then just like, yo, that's cute, seeing all these Pokemon running around and stuff right there. I like this idea. I like this idea because it's kind of playing on what like video games are about. Kind of like you immerse yourself, you create your own virtual reality space to experience the game. I would have liked it to be longer and maybe just a little more, because we look at some of these Pokemon, like the Dragonite seems a little stiff and stuff, but overall I like the idea, and this is like a classic Pokemon commercial. I hope this is close to what we get in America and stuff, because we're used to like getting CGI Pokemon running around. I think the one that I remember the most is like the Gold and Silver commercial where you get like this kid riding on a cheesy Lugia. That was pretty awesome. That's kind of what this commercial reminds me of. And then what do we have right here? More new Pokemon and fun to discover. And then Z moves and wow, just crazy stuff. So all of a sudden just like raw adventure coming out. These could be all the commercials for like Pokemon Sun and Moon. So that'd be really interesting to think about. And also, thinking about like marketing for Pokemon Sun and Moon, now that we're like seeing like commercials and stuff, is another really interesting part, because I think that there's been more news coverage, more announcement coverage by everyone involved. That the Pokemon Company is uploading more things to their English and Japanese YouTube channels than they did for X and Y, than they did for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, getting millions and millions of views. Actually, let's see what the official Pokemon channel has pulled for like all of these, because even though most people, like a lot of kids and adults and stuff, they're not really like getting most of their news and content off of YouTube and stuff. Like, I don't think there's, like, if everyone that played Pokemon was also watching like Pokemon YouTube videos, the scene would be even larger than it is now. We can see like the Pokemon Sun and Moon starter video, that's 10 million views right there. So mixing that in with like TV advertisement where people that don't get this YouTube exposure could actually really like snowball how many people we are getting for Pokemon Sun and Moon. But all of the Pokemon Sun and Moon announcements, you know, Alolan forms, since that played on like the, you know, Kanto Kid and everyone, that's almost 10 million views. Pokemon Sun and Moon to arrive in late 2016, that's 10 million views. So all of these are pulling in millions and millions of views, and also some other videos, other PokeTubers just pulling in hundreds of thousands of views on their news coverage as well. The audience for Pokemon Sun and Moon is looking pretty good, so it looks like they are kind of paying attention to that with like these crazy trailers showing us everything compacted into about 30 seconds or so. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.